Alright guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel where we cover everything and anything superhero related. So if you are into that, be sure to Superman punch that subscribe button. And with that being said, let's get right into the video. So I know that we're all waiting for and highly anticipating a Mortal Kombat 11 announcement, and believe me, I want it just as bad as you do. So I got to thinking, like, why haven't we gotten it yet, right? Because the last NetherRealm game was Injustice 2, and that came out in 2017. And in just 2 more months, we're about to enter 2019. So that's a pretty big amount of time to have gotten no reveal or news or announcement for the next game, which would be Mortal Kombat 11. So I got to thinking, and I came up with a pretty good theory on why we haven't had an announcement yet and when we will get an announcement for it. So like I said, it is a theory, which means I could be wrong, even though I have a lot of pretty good points. Just wait till you guys hear it. I think I'm right about this. I don't know. I kind of hope I am and kind of hope I'm not at the same time, but whatever. Let's just get right into it. So for this theory, we have to go back to the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3. So when we had these consoles, what NetherRealm games came out, right? The only 2 NetherRealm games we got was Mortal Kombat 9 and Injustice, the first one, Injustice Gods Among Us, right? Those are the only 2 NetherRealm games that we got for the 360 and the PS3. So that's fine, that makes sense. Then the Xbox One and the PS4 come out, right? And what games did we get from NetherRealm for those consoles? We got Injustice 2 and Mortal Kombat X. So clearly, not Mortal Kombat, NetherRealm Studios started this pattern where for every console, they're releasing one version of each game, of Injustice and Mortal Kombat. So assuming this is true, that means we would have to wait till the next Xbox and PlayStation come out to get the next game, right? But luckily, I have pretty good news about that, because you guys might be saying, oh, it's going to be in like 5 years. No, it's not. So I'm going to go ahead and show some screenshots that I took of some articles online. Go ahead and check this out. So this guy named Jez Corden, which he actually works at Microsoft, and not just at Microsoft, but specifically with the Xbox, right? He tweeted this out last year in 2017. He said, "The next Xbox is already being designed." And for any of you that might think he's referring to the Xbox One X, which is like the latest version of the Xbox One, he's not, because the Xbox One X came out later in 2017. So he tweeted this in July 2017, right? So there's no way the Xbox One X was not already fully designed by this time. By this time it was fully designed. They might have been working on software for it, but there's no question, no doubt that the Xbox One X was already fully designed when he tweeted this. So clearly he is referring to another version of the Xbox. I doubt they're going to call it the Xbox 2. They'll probably call it something else. And this is good news because this was tweeted out last year, which means that if they were designing the Xbox last year in 2017, we should be getting it in 2019. Like, just, I mean, that's just like a logical thing to, like a logical estimate, you know? And I definitely would see this happening. And if this does happen, this means that we should be getting the Mortal Kombat 11 announcement also either at the end of this year or early next year. And this isn't the only screenshot I have, so go ahead and check this one out. This one also, I really like this one even more than the last one because it gives a specific year. So go ahead and look right next to where the red dot is. It says, "Speaking to Gaming Bolt, Michael Patcher," which he's a video game analyst, said that though he thinks the PlayStation 5 will be a half step and will be backwards compatible with the PS4 Pro, he doesn't think we'll see it until 2019 or 2020, but probably 2019. So like I said, this just confirms what I said earlier about the Xbox, that more than likely we'll be getting a new version of our consoles next year in 2019. And it makes sense because our current consoles, I'm sorry, Xbox One and PlayStation 4, the first version of them got revealed in 2013. So in 2019, that will have been a full 6 years since its release, which is a pretty good amount of time to release a new console. I mean, 6 years, like 6 years ago, I was still in middle school, now I'm in college. So clearly that's a pretty big amount of time for them to have not released any sort of new console. And since the Xbox One X and the PS4 Pro came out in 2017, it would make sense that in 2019 we get a completely new version. No more like Xbox One Z or whatever the hell they would like update the Xbox One with. They should just make a completely new version. And according to these two people, which are both people that work in these industries, we are getting something really soon. So with that being said, a Mortal Kombat 11 announcement, like I said, would only make sense to come out either December of this year, so in like 2 months, or January, in between January and March of 2019. We have to, for sure, we have to get a review in between those dates, and I will stick to that. I mean, until it gets announced. That's truly what I believe. And like I said, it only makes sense because they're releasing one Injustice and one Mortal Kombat per console. So I'm pretty sure this is I'm pretty sure this is what's happening. Please let me know if you guys do think this is true, or maybe you guys have another theory of your own. Please let me know all that in the comment section below. I really want to discuss this with you guys because so far I'm the only one that came up with this from what I know, and I don't know, I haven't talked to anyone about it yet. So please, any ideas, thoughts, or opinions you might have, let me know. I will be responding to almost all of them. So with that being said, thank you for watching. That'll be all, and peace.